Yes, morning to you, and Chris again says good morning to you. And in fact, in his introduction, he says you are interesting and controversial. Is that a right description of you?
I think, Chris, that is idle talk. I can say that's his opinion, but I can also say good morning to all of you, the viewers. I don't know. I mean, that's his opinion. I can say good morning to all of you viewers around the country, and we thank God that we are alive today. Special condolences to the family of Captain Francis Edward Babu for the loss of my comrade and good friend and brother, Cedric Babu.
Whom you trounced in the elections?
It was just a contest, but we are friends. That doesn't stop that. And he congratulated me, and we've been talking all along. He shares his views. He's been a gentleman that this country will miss, definitely.
I know. Let's talk about your presidency as the Ecological Party of Uganda. This, for some people, is politically suicidal.
Of course, first of all, I would like to thank all Ugandans that have received this news. Your opinions really matter, but we can also say that there is a step always in the right direction. You said it's politically suicidal to who? For me, I practically believe that what has laid back the African people is that mentality of negativity, not positivity. I mean, we are in a democratic dispensation, in a multi-party dispensation, and members of the Ecological Party found it fit to have me as their president. They organized free and fair democratic elections where I became the leader.
You know, you
not in the dark, and it's a good party. It has good core values, and I encourage all young members and all people, all persons, every single Ugandan from all walks of life, to come and join this party. Why? Their values are very clear.
Their values are clear, but
non-violent.
Yes,
they are non-violent in approach. They are pro-clean environment as a virtue, but also they are non-tribalistic. They are all embracing. So our message is good, and we would like to say the door is open. You can move. Everyone belong to a different political party. Our door is open for you. Please come, and we transform our country.
Non-violent, non-tribalistic. Are you pointing at any parties in particular?
No, those are values of our party. I mean, if there are those that you want to point at, it's your opinion. But what I would like to say is that those are our virtues. Those are our values. We believe in innovation, transformation, patriotism, and Pan-Africanism. So those are some of the things.
You know why it's politically suicidal for some people is because this party has been almost for over 21 years, for over 2 decades, has been politically docile because you haven't seen it even reaching out to the masses either for mobilization or even fielding at different political parties, other political levels.
True, I agree with you, and it's not a new occurrence on the political scene. In 2021, we saw emergence of political parties that came from limbo, and they emerged to get leaders. For example, the NUP with the Chibalamazi came from political limbo. I don't know whether it had even ever fielded an LC1 chairperson. Many other political parties, PIP mentioned. So it's not bad. It's a positive move, for as long as the party and the Ugandans are going to benefit. And this is what we want. If as many political parties emerge and contest for political positions, then that is good for democracy. I don't see it as harmful. Do you see it as harmful in any way?
You know, even because I've been reading comments even online, even elsewhere since Saturday, and some people are saying, you know, Honorable Nsereko promised after this term he's not coming back for Kampala Central as the MP, and he was just looking for a political home and political relevance to find some bearing in the 2026 general elections.
Well, that must have been one of your comments, probably, because I cannot deny your opinion. But what I can say, everyone is entitled to their opinion. But there are those that have believed in me and those that will believe in our party and join the party as equal members. This is a party. that has been there but has not been, very active politically. mainly for political contestations, but it has its values. Therefore, this is an opportunity, a new dawn, for Ugandans to embrace a party that shall accept them as they are. When you come now, you'll be part of the new promoters in the evolution of this party. So it's welcoming everyone. So I would like to say everyone is welcome. Don't mind the opinion of some few, 3, 4 people who give their opinions, but also online there are those that are positive. So I cannot influence the opinions of people online. Probably 100 people commented out of 49 million Ugandans and 18 million voters. What does that have to do with me? That is part of idle talk. So whether they commented positively or negatively, thank you. That is their opinion. It doesn't influence what I'm going to do. You remember in history, one of the guys who started talking about artificial intelligence, when he posted about the issue of machine learning and robotics taking center place in creation of large language models like you see ChatGPT, many laughed. Because at times, some arrogant or ignorant people laugh at people that are making brilliant moves. But that is normal. We cannot stop them from laughing or holding their opinions. But the end will justify the means.
You know,
for example, how many people laughed at Museveni when he went to the bush? Probably including your
40 years ago.
Yeah,
40 years ago.
including your father.
Let me.
But now, who is the leader of Uganda?
May I keep on giving you the feedback from Saturday?
I don't mind. I'm very happy because feedback is part of progression. And that is part of the democratic dispensation. That everyone, just imagine, if all of us prophesied the same religion, or went for the same religion. You're a Christian. I'm a Muslim. Rightly so? Yeah. They are Pentecostals. They are pagans. They are all those that are atheists that don't believe in any religion. Yeah. Don't they hold an opinion?
Like everyone does. But
so we must respect opinions of other people. And that's why I said I respect their opinions, but they don't influence my decision.
Okay, let me take it this way.
And I've taken you back to the history of technology and artificial intelligence, how everyone laughed, and now how everyone is saying without AI, no company will survive. So without Ecological Party in future, you might find it difficult to thrive politically.
Who is pushing Honorable Nsereko to come for the presidency of for Ecological Party, but also for national presidency? Because we've seen who is pushing you and who is behind, who is the quartermaster.
You're one of the people. I sat with you here, and you said you support my candidate.
That is.
It can't be unless you want to deny on
for any political position.
Unless you want to deny on TV.
you now turning it the other way around. But let me take this.
But the reality is, it goes back to the people, and the people, amongst them, is you.
And what is the strategy that you, as Muhammad Nsereko, Ecological Party of Uganda, for Uganda, what would you want to change? That you see you failed even when you were in Parliament, you failed to change.
Good now that we agree that even you, amongst those that have had admiration for me, that means there is a trail I've left in my political, in the time I've occupied political positions or leadership. For example, I have a passion of having free access to education to as many people as possible and transformation of our education system now. Because if you want to deny a country progress, then try in as much as possible not to give easy access, but also adequate education services to the people. I'll give you an example. Our education system today is one that is supposed to produce human resource for the country. And where do you put Uganda vis-a-vis South Korea, vis-a-vis Singapore, etc.? I've given people examples of countries. Singapore is a country of about 5.6 million people. But with a GDP that is bigger than Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Rwanda, Burundi, Zambia, Malawi, combined, $569+ billion, nearly $500 billion. So you find that 3 million or 2 million productive people are better than 50 million unproductive people. Right. And where does that come from? The skills that these people hold, the mindset that these people hold, the tax system in which they operate, and the vision they have for the country. So we as Ecological Party of Uganda, we have a different vision that we hold for this country as regards the following. One,
when did you find that vision that you previously been NRM, then you were independent?
I've had it. I can tell you, as a matter of fact, I told my voters and countrymen that I'll run for 3 terms. You're privy to this. And the 3 terms have expired, and I've shown the country that when you are true to your word, you can live with it and tell the people, I'm here to serve you for this time, and let others serve. And that is what I've done exactly. And when I tell the people of Uganda that we will do the following: 1, we shall restore a term limit when we return, and a president should serve a maximum of 2 terms. We will implement it, because Ugandans have known that when we give them a word, we stand by our word. That is important. 2, we shall also reinstate the issue of age limit. Whatever has been distorted in our constitution shall be done comprehensively through a constitutional review and extensive constitutional amendments. 4, we shall reduce the size of public administration. For example, the size of parliament. And you remember,
you've been a member of parliament.
Yes,
where these laws are made and amended.
These things I objected to. Whatever I tell you, I objected to. When in 2020 they were increasing constituencies, I was one man. I told you, I'm one-man army. I stood and said, this is wrong. But I could not have the numbers to persuade all colleagues to change the tide. But the country is feeling the heat. But I have to go back to the countrymen and say now that we do not have the capacity as individuals to influence this change in Parliament, let's do it as a country to influence this change at presidency. Because the executive is given more mandate and power to influence the agenda in the Parliament of Uganda. I've contested before to be Speaker of Parliament, meaning I've made an attempt to have the position to try and influence Parliament, which has not happened. Now I'll go to the countrymen and tell them, let's do this together. Those of you who still think that the values of people like me and the way we've been debating in Parliament can be national values, then come along. If you want to stand for Parliament, if you want to stand to be councillor, if you want to stand to be a local leader, and you admire the way I've been doing it in Parliament, please come and join me so that we can do it for the entire country.
Well, you've already said that those who are not agreeing with your position, your conscience, it's up to them. But Ecological Party of Uganda, when it looks at whatever is happening within NRM, DP, now they are in Balala with their confusion, and then, of course, they went for elections, but they are fighting even up to now. But also within NRM, within PFF and NUP, what is the position of Ecological Party of Uganda on the level of what's happening with other parties?
That's normal. When politicians meet, there will always be disagreement. How parties handle their disagreements, it's up to them. But for us as Ecological Party of Uganda, I would like to assure all those from different political parties that our doors are open. If you feel unwanted in your party, or if you feel our values are better, whether you're from the NRM, NUP, DP, FDC, or any other party, or you've been partyless, our party is open for you. We have a number of positions from the grassroots level, like we shall roll out, up to presidential level. We have all these positions, vice chairpersons of different regions, and the door will be open. Everyone has a room in this house.
Since Saturday, how has been the reception on your part as the new president?
Amazing. Amazing. People have come out to contribute, and we are rolling out our lifetime membership card and golden membership. Most of our work is going to be digitized. We are going to be the first political party to have digitized IDs that can be barcode readable and identifiable for our members, but also encouraging our members to be productive. Like in our farmers' leagues, we've recruited very many people from different political parties that feel there will be injustice in their primaries, have contacted us and they want to join us. Please, you're welcome. Even those that drop out from different primaries, yes, this is part of it. I mean, this is like any other arena. Politics, there is no one born in a particular party. Indeed. People move, people transform.
And that's the freedom of association.
Even those young people that have just joined, We have 4 million voters that have been put on the new voters register. Please come, young people. Right. There is a political party that is ready to open for you doors, and the doors are open. You can be leaders. You can see your progress curve. We will nurture you. We will help you lead. We will help you grow. But also, we are saying every single member must have a point for economic transformation, because this party must be sustained by its members. Contributions from our members primarily. You
know, you entering market waters of that level of presidency, because I know we've seen Robert Kyagulanyi Center of NUP. The other day it was Nandala Mafabi with power moving across the country, and they finally are finding the stumbling blocks. And we are yet to see Honorable Nsereko almost meeting the same political obstacles along the way. Are you ready, and what are you foreseeing as we move into 2026?
Of course, it's a simple given. You can't say you're going to swim without diving in the water. So if you want to swim, you must be able to be wet. So that is a huge possibility. We are ready for it. But we've told our members, please let's operate from where we are, and let's do it systematically. Let us grow in our own positions. I know there will be challenges, but let's do most of our work by calling upon people on different media points, whether it's social media or radio or TV, etc., until we will get to doing the different rallies. Yeah.
And when you were assuming the presidency, this party, one of the 26 or 27 in Uganda, what did you find within the party? That was Saturday. You know, you've been inside the party before, even.
Amazing, amazing. These guys are humble. They built their party, and they had based most of the things on education, issuing scholarships. Now that's augured with me. Most of their members had scholarships, not only here in Uganda, but also abroad, because of the virtues of environmental protection, the green world, etc. Their partnerships were good, but also amazing. So I found them an organized party, and I would like to continue to work with them. So to all our countrymen, I call upon every one of you there that is viewing me here today to know that the Ecological Party of Uganda, and in its transformation stage, welcomes you. Please, we welcome you with open hands. We don't care your religion, we don't care your tribe. What we care is what you have to give as a service to Uganda and to Africa. Thank you very much, and you're welcome, and we'll continue to pick it up from there. But my final word, jot down this number, because these ones are also getting content from me. 0782 131617. 0782 131617. For all of you that are outside there, drop a WhatsApp or a text message and say, I want to be your coordinator here. We want to work together for our ecological party. Namwe mujja kusasula okuntwalako content ono bulijjo. NTV tubaagala nnyo, mwebale nnyo kubeera TV ya mutindo na kutambulirawo, nammwe mbakubidde akalango. Ye TV ekyasinza okubeera ey'omutindo, kakati mujja kunsasula ez'omwezi. Ekisembayo kiri ku Uganda Airlines. Mwagala nkyogera Uganda Airlines tubadde tubasaba nti mwatandise flight egenda e London. Temunyigira abantu olw'okuba baalikodinze nti flight eyinza okuba tejjudde. Musale omuwendo gwa tiketi kyekisooka. Ekyokubiri, sente zigenda mu mulango muziwene ku baana abali mu social media, nabo babeere nga bazifunamu kuba balina abantu bangi. Temujja gamba abantu babeere patriotic, twagala okukozesa ennyonyi eyo. Naye teri bantu bajja kulya nti patriotism yokka. Nabo mubasasula obulango mubuleete ku NTV, ku TV endala, ku ziradio, ate nabo mubanoonyeze visa bata. No, kino kyenjogera kikulu. Uganda yafiirwa biliyoni 10 mu loss to Uganda Airlines. N'olwekyo eteeke ssente mu marketing, sales and advertisement.
Neyanza Honorable Honorable Muhammad Nsereko, outgoing Member of Parliament for Kampala Central, but now is the President of the Ecological Party of Uganda. We shall keep watching them as they move across the country ahead of 2026. Stephen Imbido, Fefesuwe Chibuga, handing you back to Chris Genyi in the studios, of course, as we wait for Stella Nante on Mwasem Tia.
Many thanks, Stephen Mbide, and that will do it for this edition of Morning at NTV. It's been a pleasure having your company, and on behalf of my colleague Priscilla Regina Naloga and the team behind the scenes that ensures this is as exhaustive and comprehensive as we come on a daily basis. Stay tuned to NTV for comprehensive coverage of the events in the run-up to Matters Day tomorrow. We shall be coming to you from every pocket, and that is something that we can put our hands to. I'm Chris. Again, you have yourselves a lovely day. We'll see you.